Greetings, adventurers.
Greetings.
As you all can see here, we have a new traveler in our ranks. This is my cousin Tyrell, and he will be controlling the player character.
His name is Kanye. He's a giant, yo.
Dear cousin, traditionally, a giant is not assumed by a player. It is a chaotic evil.
Yeah, but I want to be a giant, yo. All big.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, travelers, you are joined on your adventure today by a giant named Kanye. Now, when last we left you, you were at the Inn of the North Star in the town of Isildur. How do you begin your adventure?
I want to get some bitches. Where the club at Isildur, yo?
Tyrell, this is highly unusual. I think the guys probably just want to go on the quest that we've already...
Steven?
Yes?
I'd like to join Kanye the Giant in this quest.
Seriously? All right. The two of you enter the tavern. What do you say?
Kanye the Giant orders Alizé.
Says the barkeep. I know not of this foreign beverage of which you speak. Perhaps you would enjoy an elven ale.
No, we both want the Alizé.
Alizé does not exist in this world.
Kanye the Giant slaps that bitch.
Oh!
Kanye the Giant attempts to slap the bartender. Here. The bartender is half hobbit and very nimble, so you're going to have to roll an 18 or above to hit. 20.
Flip, slap that hobbit's off, yo.
Okay. Gull the Cleric, would you care to restrain Kanye the Giant before the town guard is called?
I grab money out of the register.
But Gull the Cleric is lawful good. This act of thievery would dishonor his gods.
Hey, man, the only guys is money and bitches, dude.
I accept Kanye the Giant's gods, and, yeah, I steal some of the money, too.
You too. Okay. Would you now like to continue your quest for the lands of Kaldahar?
Fellas, we came here for bitches. Where the bitches at?
All right, you see a bevy of well-endowed wenches.
Great. I grab them bitches, and we all go in my SUV.
Fine. Kanye the Giant, Udar the Dwarf, and Gollum the Cleric climb into his SUV with their bitches and their ill-gotten gains.
And our Alizé. Plus, Kanye the Giant puts his demo CD in the CD.
No, he doesn't. There are no CDs in this world. You know what? Do whatever you want.
I guess I'm the dungeon master now. The Eye of Odin opens up. 16 titties fall out.
Yeah!
Welcome to Flyby Films, a once or twice a month podcast where, oh man, I forget where I'm going, but Blake just threw this on me and told me to make up shit along the way. So this is what I'm doing. It's a podcast where, using the magic of distance-defying tubes or some shit like that, this is Thadd's favorite quote, me and my buddy from Oklahoma get together and talk about movies that either have been or will be forgotten. On this episode, we will be discussing the 2024 Dungeon 2023. I can't get anything right this intro, which is fine. Again, just making it up as I go along. 2023 fantasy epic Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Got the name right.
Yeah, you did.
We will be joined by two guests, Luke and Thadd Harrington. How are you guys doing?
Related.
Hey.
Unrelated.
Yeah.
Hey.
Blood and marriage, and maybe a few other things.
No, seriously, how are y'all doing?
It's
I've
good.
been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like it's been a good week for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone.
I mean,
for some people.
Hey, it has been a good week for me personally, or professionally, or whatever.
Oh, tell us.
Yeah, I've been looking.
This is breaking Flyby Films news right here.
It is, and I'm sure this will come to nothing, but I have been out in the querying world looking for a new literary agent because I am a novelist, as they say.
Certified writer, I think they introduced you as on a previous podcast.
Yeah, it's I'm a fairly unsuccessful writer. I haven't sold a book in like 5 years. Got dropped by my agent about 8 months ago now, but so I've been looking for a new one, and this week I actually had 2 literary agents reach out to me cold, telling me they wanted to read my book. So that was pretty flattering. So I've had, I mean, they'll probably read it and be like, never mind. But, based on the pitch, they were pretty interested. So,
yeah, but if they're cold calling you, then
they are cold calling me. Yeah. It's, my book is making waves. However you want to,
Is this a book that you've written already that's out
Yes.
there, or one that you're shopping around?
Yeah, this is it's a novel that I completed back in January. So
this is the newest one?
Yeah, I finished it, I fired it off to my agent, and she dropped me. So that's how good it is.
After saying really, really great things about it. That's the best part.
Yeah, no, she did. She like gushed about it, and then she was like, yeah, sorry, I can't be your agent anymore. Okay, whatever. Thanks for wasting my time. So
you think
she passed it
not
along?
me, it's you speech, or
what's
Do you
that?
think she passed it along to the other publishers?
I'm positive she did not.
Okay.
This is, I don't want to ruin my professional prospects by saying this on a podcast that no one listens to. But this is an agent who did very, very little for me. And I was not at all surprised when she dropped me like a trade class. So, I asked her, I was like, if you're dropping me, can you refer me to anyone? And she responded by not even answering that email. So that's been my year so far.
I'm going to take that as the end of the interview then.
Yeah. So,
but things are looking up this week, right?
Yeah. I mean, I sent the book to a few people, and the feedback was positive enough that I was like, I might as well try to get back in the game, try to find a new agent. So I've been querying agents kind of on and off since probably June, I guess. And for a long time, I wasn't getting much response. I had one who said he wanted to read the book, and I sent it to him, and he took 4 days to tell me never mind. And I had one 2 weeks ago who said wanted to send me the first 50 pages, and I did, and she said never mind. So I don't know how good the book actually is, but apparently it's making enough waves that agents are telling other agents, and those agents are reaching out to me and being like, sounds like a cool book. So
well, hopefully it'll work out the same as the cold call that Jameson and I got for an interview with a documentarian.
What happened? What was that?
So, okay, let me give you the background, Luke. We have been doing this podcast for 3 years now. We have never taken it very seriously, and I think we're both feeling our lowest point in the world of movies, not at the podcast at least. Like, I think we're pretty committed to like keeping this thing going because I don't know, it's a good excuse to pal around. But around the 3-year anniversary, we get this email from someone wanting to hook us up with their, I don't know, filmmaker and interview them. And I'm pretty sure they never listened to a single second of the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, who actually listens to podcasts, right? Like,
not so much anymore.
Podcasts are the new books. We all pretend to have listened to them, but nobody actually does.
There's too many. There's just, and it's not even just like, oh, there's too many options. It's that like it's just such a wall of noise that's stored in the cloud at this point.
Oh, for sure.
But you
Yeah.
forgot to
So
tell
was-
the rest of the story, Jameson.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh,
was this the guest
Well,
you
I was
announced who
setting
dropped
up.
out?
I was setting
or...
it up. Now Blake can finish it off.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, well, this could just be a bot, you know. I mean, I know that we don't live in a world where bots are everywhere, but Jameson decided, oh, we'll email back. You never know. And at least the documentary she named was real. We checked it out, and it was legit.
We have a
So we were like,
screener for
okay.
it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a screener for it. But we went back and forth. Probably what? How many? 5, 6, 7 emails, something like that.
It was definitely 2 months worth of like going back and forth with this person.
I'm trying to figure out to schedule a interview with them, and we had a date set, which was a week ago, which is 9/7 for those listening, and like maybe a week or half a week before that date. The lady contacts us and is like, oh, hey, by the way, Jonathan can't do Sundays. We just realized it's a Sunday. I was like, okay, well.
That sounds a lot like someone who just realized that yesterday was Saturday, which was the day that we had committed to recording this podcast. So maybe I can't give this lady too much shit, but yeah.
Yeah. But at this point, I was being passive aggressive, and I basically said, well, okay, he has a week to let us know what a good date and time for him would be. And we heard nothing that whole week. And she finally emailed us like the Monday after. And she's like, sorry, I saw that on our calendar it was marked as being yesterday that we were supposed to do the interview. And we, he couldn't do it because it was Sunday, blah, blah, blah. It's like she forgot the email where she said that he couldn't do it because it was Sunday. At that point, I was like, yeah, all right, well, we can still do it in like November, December, but we've already booked our schedule outside of that and just left it at that.
Did you watch the
okay.
documentary, or is it any good? No, you didn't watch it yet.
We're going to, and we're going to cover it on the podcast.
And we're going to give shit to everybody. It's going to be fun.
That's kind of a like backhanded compliment thing. Like, you're like, oh, we're covering this documentary on our podcast about films no one remembers or cares about.
Well, that was my point to Blake, was like, do we tell this guy when we have him on what the podcast is about? Like, is that when we surprise him that this is about kind of the graveyard of movies, not bringing movies back?
Oh, I had no intention of being formal about the interview. It was going to be the same bullshit.
Are we allowed to know what this documentary is about? Because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the guy's name is Jonathan Berman.
Yeah.
His agent, I guess, is Kelly Hargraves. So anyone listening, they want to reach out.
Okay.
She seems like a nice person, if absent-minded.
Super nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the movie is Commune, and I guess it's doing like a 25-year anniversary
release of some sort. Probably only in like art theaters in like New York and whatnot. So
yeah, it's not a movie I've heard of. So
it's about a 60s, 70s commune in
up in Northern California. So
Northern California.
Yeah.
But he also had a film about UFOs or something, and I forgot what the actual thing was about.
We tried to get her, to send us a screener of that.
Because that's the one we were actually interested in.
So, like, one that he's working on now, or one that's already come out?
One that he's released in the 25+ years that
since that one.
So he's made at least 2 films then.
Yes.
Yeah, he's made like 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
has a
known
Wikipedia
quantity.
page. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Commune, the documentary he reached out about, was apparently highly lauded at the time. So whatever that means.
Yeah. Anyway. But that was a fun little roller coaster of nothing.
So, and by hoping that your cold calls of publishing companies in the same way, I actually don't mean that as being sarcastic. I hope that you do actually get an agent out of it.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, the whole publishing industry is basically in the toilet right now. And I'm increasingly convinced that I want no part of it, but it's also the only thing I know how to do at this point in my life. So whatever.
Have you thought about fantasy smut?
That
that's
does seem
like-
to be what's selling.
That
Yeah.
seems to be the thing that's selling. Yeah. So.
Well, that's what we're talking about on this show, right? We're talking about the latest.
Fantasy smut.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you downloaded the wrong movie. There's a depressingly lack of smut in this movie. That's how you know it wasn't made by D&D fans.
That's fair.
No, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's actually brilliant. I hadn't really thought about that, but
Gosh, if there are my two least genres that I have the least interest in writing are fantasy and smut, and that does seem to be all that's selling right now. So,
But if you mix them together, does it get any more interesting? I don't know.
no.
Like
No.
a Reuben sandwich, you know? You combine a lot of terrible ingredients and what it comes out is delicious.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
you
had a
wouldn't eat
Reuben.
Thousand Island by itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
They
yeah.
are.
I'm not a big
Reubens are
fan of rye bread or corned beef or sauerkraut, so I've never.
Neither
thought to
am
try
I.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Next time, you guys go to Culver's, right? Because Julia likes Culver's.
Yeah. Do they have Reubens there?
They have a Reuben, and it's actually really good.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I recommend.
It's going over Jameson and I's head. We don't know what a Culver's is.
You don't?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a Whataburger but clean, if you can imagine that.
Oh wow, that is a knock against everything I stand for, Luke Harrington.
Is it like a purely Midwestern thing?
I think they're
think so,
they've
but
expanded pretty
apparently-
wide at this point, but yeah, they're Wisconsin based originally,
Mhm.
and I think
Okay.
most of their locations are in the Midwest. And it's a very Midwest kind of menu. Like they have cheese curds and that sort of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
I love cheese curds.
Yeah, but like really, really good smash burgers.
Yeah.
Some of the best burgers, some of the best fast food, chain fast food burgers you can find for sure. I personally
Even more than In-N-Out.
I would take them over In-N-Out personally.
I think In-N-Out's not that great. It's
I
fine.
never understood the big deal about In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Like
Literally every person I've heard talk about In-N-Out describes it as overrated. Like, I don't know anyone who actually thinks it's really good.
And the
It's
animal
just famous
style,
for
it's
being
not that
known
great.
for
It's
I
being
like
good.
In-N-Out. I'm a California kid, so I like In-N-Out. But I,
I
will
have
say,
nothing.
really, really the best thing about In-N-Out is its consistent speed. Like, it is
Sure.
a very, very fast, like, any In-N-Out that I go to, they are on top of the orders, and they get it out, fast, and everything is fresh-ish, so,
Well, that explains the name, I guess.
yeah.
I thought maybe
thought
it
it
was
was
a
just
reference
like-
to romantasy novels, but apparently not.
Or Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, my general impression with In-N-Out is like it's not bad. I don't have anything against it, but I think it's got such a cult-like following, partly because it's hard to get. Like you have to be in very specific parts of the country, and absence makes the heart grow fonder and whatever. And when Californians move to a different part of the country, they're like, "Oh, In-N-Out, it's so
Specifically
wonderful,"
Denver?
Yeah. Does that mean you
Okay.
read some of my novel?
I don't know.
Never mind.
So, I feel like we're doing a really good job of continuing our tradition with how we talk about movies, with how we're talking about guests, by not introducing any facts and making anyone who's listening, kind of pick up breadcrumbs. Let's
Well, I'm a
just
man
do
of
it.
mystery, so
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
done introductions. So I said we have Luke and Thadd here, but we didn't talk about who you guys are. So I don't know if we want to do that. So I don't know.
I'm gonna make Thadd go first.
You gonna make
Thadd,
me go
Who
first?
the fuck are you?
I mean, so real Fly-By Films heads, which is what I assume your fans are called.
No, it's really just
they
you.
know me because I was
Can we
like 2 years ago.
Hey, question. Can we call their fans Flyboys? That's what I want to
Flyboys?
call them.
I'm good
Yeah,
with
no,
that.
this episode.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
decide if we want to keep it later.
Going out to all the Flyboys out there.
I mean, I think probably at least half of their viewership is Jameson's sisters. So it seems a little sexist to call it
I
Fly
don't even-
Boys, but
I don't
Fly
even think that
persons.
they listen anymore, do they?
Fly people.
Fly people.
Fly people makes it sound much more monstrous.
Yeah.
I was
We
just
could
thinking
say
Pretty
Flyboys
Fly
and
for
girls.
Fly Boys and Girls.
I don't think they listen anymore, do they, Jameson? I think that was like that's like the first year and a half they listened, and then after that they didn't really anymore.
I mean,
that's
dip in every
impressive that it
once in a
took you
while.
that long to
Yeah.
chase them away.
Yeah,
Chase away my
mean,
family. Yeah.
that's because we were trying to keep like our actual opinions about things out of the podcast, and then we just gave up. So
I don't think that's why. But they dip in every once in a while. I think they just don't care. Like, I think it comes down to like the podcast wall of noise, and
yeah.
you just don't have time for anything. So, yeah.
Well, and we're a low effort, low quality, so
Low effort, low quality, low fan.
Low IQ.
number.
yeah. Oh
Probably.
no, not IQ. IQ is about moderate.
We keep it exactly 100 around here.
Yeah.
We
Keep
keep
it
it 100, and we
Not in
don't
terms of
mean
honesty,
that.
just intelligence.
Even in bell curves, we keep it 100.
We would have a +0 modifier since we're doing D&D.
Ooh, wow. See, I've played D&D once, and the guide of the game was a 12-year-old, so you know how that went.
How heavily do you guys edit this show? Because we have not been able to stay on topic for more than 2 seconds.
Oh no, this is
so
the
far.
typical
No,
show.
we
Have you not
don't.
listened to our show?
You weren't kidding about low effort, low quality, huh?
Yeah,
That's
no,
why-
we were not kidding. No.
Well, this is the only podcast I can book these days, so I don't know what that says about me. but-
Low effort,
Like-
low quality person.
Just as the one newbie to the podcast, Luke, I just wanted to tell you that these usually run around an hour to hour and a half, and the first 30 to 45 minutes is just bullshit. And then eventually we get to the movie.
I mean, that's a better ratio than a lot of podcasts I've listened to, so...
Oh, that's good. Well, I mean, I feel like most podcasts, it's pretty much bullshit the whole time.
Well, yes.
I don't want to throw our podcast out of that loop because I don't even, I wouldn't even argue that when we get to the movie, we really go away from the bullshit. But
Occasionally we do. Like the last episode, we actually had a legit film critic on, and he
That was
talked about
actually-
Canadian history. It was probably the
Yeah.
most highbrow we've ever been.
A legit
yeah.
film critic?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you resurrect
You guys-
Pauline Kael as a zombie or something?
Oh no, not old school critic.
I'm just
new
trying
school.
to think of a living legit film critic, and I can't think of one, so...
Well, I call him a legit film critic. He's a friend of the show, Aaron Bergstrom of the Three
Yeah.
Brothers.
Okay, I know the name. I don't...
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, were we introducing ourselves, or have we given up on that?
Yeah,
no.
I think Thadd was in
Introduce
the
yourself.
middle. So
Yeah,
Thadd,
Thadd, do it.
who are you?
So yeah, I am Thadd Harrington, a longtime listener, second time guest, third episode of a podcast I've been on with Blake. Interestingly enough,
Oh.
maybe one day I'll get famous enough to be on an episode that he didn't insist I was on, but no. So yeah, I think last time I was on, I was a high school English teacher at an online school and then an assistant manager at an ice cream store. I now am just teaching high school. I've lost one job. I didn't lose it. I quit it. But yeah, down one job since I was here last. So
Well, where are you going to get your free ice cream now?
it's a struggle, man. I'm only halfway kidding with that. Like, when those like midnight cravings hit, it was nice to always have like that ice cream, and I tell myself, like, oh yeah, it's got milk and stuff, so there's protein. Like it's it's fine to eat
good for
this
you.
in the middle of the night. And now it's like I have to like find some vegetables or something. Like it's been
Sugar's
rough.
a drug, man. Sugar is no joke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Thad, I do want to point out that this is your second time on the podcast, but this is also your first time watching or talking about a movie that you weren't forced to watch. So,
I
Yeah.
mean, was I not forced to watch it? I guess technically I did suggest. Actually, that's a good point because I am very disappointed, mostly in you, Jameson, that you guys did not take my challenge or my suggestion to go through all of the D&D movies. You guys you skipped right to the good one. Like,
we fast
yeah,
traveled to the best.
How many are there? I remember there was one in the 2000s that was like universally panned.
yeah, so
Is there-
I think that's the
one
only
with the
other
Wayans
theatrical one.
Okay.
Yes.
The straight to video ones.
Yeah, there are at least 2 straight to video ones. I want to say there might have been a 3rd straight to video one, but
Or I mean, straight to streaming now.
Yeah,
There is no video
were those
anymore.
animated or were they just like
no,
ultra low
all
budget
live action.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
With a bunch of unknowns.
The only connection between any of them, as far as I'm aware at least, is
the title.
The title. There's a villain in the first one who like seemingly dies, and then it turns out he was immortal or something, and he's the main villain of the second one. And he's the only one who shows
the
up.
Rise of Skywalker trick, huh?
Sure.
Somehow.
Yeah, actually, very similar, because he also dies when the other main villain throws him off a giant tower, and he screams to his apparent death.
I mean, that's just like the classic way to make it look like a character's dead without having to commit to him being dead, right? Like, because
are you sure that J.J. Abrams didn't write that one?
It's a good question. Let me look it up.
Luke, while he's looking that up, introduce yourself. You
All right.
fine-looking motherfucker.
Well,
written by Brian Rudnick and Robert Kimmel. So, sorry, I didn't mean to walk all over your intro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am Thadd's less distinguished older brother. I am, by any accounting, a huge embarrassing failure, but my mom thinks I'm special. That's pretty much what we all hope for at the end of the day, right? I'm technically, on my resume at least, a multi-award winning author of fiction and nonfiction. I published a novel back in 2016. It was called Ophelia Alive. It was like a psychological thriller kind of deal. Won a few awards. Nobody bought it. So I went ahead and published a nonfiction book in 2020 called Murder Bears, Moonshine, and Mayhem. Strange stories from the Bible to leave you amused, bemused, and hopefully informed, published by HarperCollins. Again, won a few awards. Nobody bought it. So yeah, since then I have been mostly living as a hermit. I kind of rage quit all social media, and I think the entire world forgot I existed. And I was mostly okay with that. But as I mentioned, dropped by my agent, currently sitting on a couple of completed but unpublished novels, looking to find a new agent, maybe publish those at some point.
And I'm getting cold calls from new agents. That's 2 more literary agents than have ever cold called me. So I don't know how you think you're less distinguished of the 2 of us.
I am generating some buzz, but buzz only rarely leads to actual success. So we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up or anything. At the moment, I am a fairly decorated church receptionist. That's what I'm doing. I'm working as the front desk receptionist for my parish and its associated daycare and K-8 school. And it's a really great job. And if you go to my blog, which is luketharrington.substack.com, you can read my regular column, Ask a Church Receptionist, where I answer your questions about the Bible, Christianity, and whatever else you have on your mind. So,
and they're hilarious.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
I was gonna say, that's your bit about church receptions.
Yeah, that's my contribution to the world right now. Although, as I mentioned, I've had so little success with writing lately. I've just been kind of tired of it, and the blog has been lying fallow for a bit. And so here I am slumming it on podcasts no one listens to. This is where all writers
slumming it to the fly people. Yeah,
slumming on this podcast is actually compliment. So
yeah, I did want to say, Luke. Nobody bought your book. I actually think I have a copy of Ophelia Alive, and I did read it. So I don't know. That was back, I think. You and Blake and everybody was on the Christ and Pop Culture forums at one point, and I
Yeah.
remember it like popping up as like, oh, someone from this group wrote this or something like that. And so, yeah. Anyway,
And you
Point
actually
out,
read it.
I
Yeah,
have
I
two
read it,
copies of it, one of which was signed by you. So if you ever die, I can probably like pawn it for like 10 cents or something.
Signed by the author. Dang. That's
I've got one
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
I've got a signed copy as well.
I don't think mine is signed, so I guess it's not worth that much.
Well, if anyone wants to download this podcast and like burn it onto a CD or something, I will sign it for them as well.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, I feel like that's
not to
that's a
brag, but I
challenge.
have a cool signature. It's probably the best
Oh,
thing
yeah.
about me.
Well, I don't know. The smoking abs.
Those are work.
And he has a nice head of hair.
Those,
you know.
those are still a work.
Will
in
you
progress.
will you take the CD and imprint your abs on it for extra?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Thad, do you how often do you get confused for Lex Luthor?
Never. I don't think that has ever once come up.
Actually, back when I wore horn rimmed glasses, I used to get told I looked like Clark Kent. So
Oh, well.
I got
No,
told.
but
now I guess
So
I look
the-
like Superman because I don't wear glasses anymore.
the ice cream shop I work at, they do encourage people to dress up for Halloween. And my plan was before I quit right before Halloween, but I was going to go as either Cold Stone Steve Austin. Cold Stone was the name of the ice cream store, so Cold Stone Steve Austin. Or I was like, I get little bitty bangs right here. I could grow it out, and I could be Charlie Brown. Like I actually get the Charlie Brown hair, and I was kind of torn between. And then I quit before, so it didn't matter anyway. But
did you give him
I
2
like the
weeks, or
Charlie
did you
Brown
just like
idea a
throw
lot.
down the ice
Oh,
cream
yeah.
and we're like,
I
done.
gave him a month. I gave him a month, and then the manager still asked me if I could come in and work the weekend immediately after I quit, like after my end date.
Wow.
So-
Good manager.
That's
like it.
why I no longer am there.
You know what though? I've had a couple of jobs like that where I'll like quit and they'll be like, "Oh, we didn't hire anyone," and they were mostly like food service industry jobs, and they'll call me back in. I will say those like call back in shifts were some of the best shifts I've ever had because I just did not give a shit about like the quality of anything that I was doing. I was like, "Oh, they owe me one, so I can like have at it." So
That's fair. I could see that.
That must be nice. I've never been called back in after I quit a job. I think that says a lot about me.
they're generally not good jobs if they're doing that because as we talked about before, the managers are usually not very well prepared. So
Jameson, you had a question you were going to pop on all of this.
yeah, okay. So actually, when Luke popped onto the podcast or onto the recording room, I was in the middle of talking about how I had this friend that I run with, and he works in a video editing company, and they used to ask on their applications what everybody's favorite book was. And then as new graduates started coming up and the next generation started coming up, they started realizing that no one reads anymore. And so they stopped getting replies to that question and asking like why. And they're like, well, I don't really read. I don't know what my favorite book is. So they started asking about movies. And then it turns out that no one actually watches movies anymore either. So they're just...
What's your favorite TikTok?
Yeah, so that was the natural progression. But like, I guess I was thinking about in addition to this, I was like, I keep seeing these clickbait articles where they'll like pit two just not even in the same universe movies against each other, and they're like, this one is better than this one, and it's usually about like box office accumulation or something like that. But there's this sense of like art needs to be somehow ranked constantly, and I guess I was imagining a world where there's like just the movie to watch, and everybody only ever watches one movie in their entire life. And so
We've
my
objectively
question,
decided this is the best movie.
this is the
Why
movie
would you watch
to watch.
any other movie when you could watch the best movie?
The best.
Exactly.
And so so I was thinking, like, if you met someone that's never seen a movie and will never see another movie again, but you get to choose one movie where you can force them to watch, what would that be? So
And they can watch anything else.
You know,
They
it's
don't watch
interesting
anything else.
you say that, because that's legitimately how, like, video game makers and critics often talk about video games. I've noticed they'll be like, this is going to be the last video game you ever need to buy. You can go anywhere, do anything, and you'll never play another video game, and you'll just play it forever. And it's interesting how it's like the one medium where that seems to be an obsession, but now you're forcing it onto to other mediums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
It
That's the
is. It
question.
is weird how many video games are designed not to
Right?
entertain you, but just to keep you playing forever.
Yeah.
And I mean, how
Are
depressing.
you saying they're
is
part
that?
of the attention economy?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, that's kind of a lot of shows right now, too. Like,
Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, mostly Marvel. Like, they're coming for every spare minute of your time.
Consume
Like,
product, then get excited for next product.
yeah, like it's about building your entire lifestyle around consuming Marvel products.
I don't know.
So-
I mean, we're getting way off topic now, but like I think about stuff like Fortnite and Magic the Gathering, which have just like started incorporating every other IP into what they are, just in the hopes of like attracting literally everyone on Earth. And it's like, what even are these things anymore? Like, if it's literally everything, why am I supposed to care?
Yeah,
Well,
I
at
already
least,
live in
I
a
guess,
world where there's everything, you know?
I guess you could look at Roblox as kind of a the movement forward for video games, just stretching their interests into other fields like pedophilia, for one thing.
What?
I mean,
They're
I feel like the
incorporating
entertainment.
everything. Yeah.
I feel like the
I mean,
entertainment industry has been reaching into the pedophilia field for decades now, if not centuries.
Yeah.
I feel
But it's just been in the
like
news of lately with Roblox. Apparently,
Really?
they're getting a lot of heat for the fact that it's becoming a massive grooming ground for
Yeah, it's the new
pedophiles, so-
AOL chat room. That's
Yeah.
what I keep hearing. So I also hear that that Roblox is basically a sweatshop for children too. You just feed them attention and then they create stuff for you.
I mean, that's like 90% of Web 2.0, though, is like expecting volunteers to make all your content and promising them nothing but attention for doing so.
Yeah.
You know, and like, is this the world we live in now? Like, I don't want to live in that world. You know?
Yes, it is the world we live in now. And none of us actually want to live here. So.
Yeah, I think even with AI companies, they basically came out and said, okay, yeah, everybody created all this content and we're just going to take it for ourselves. And right now they're just getting slaps on the wrist for it. So,
Hey, for whatever it's worth, I didn't get to find out which AI company this was, but they paid me $2,500 to upload my book into the AI, which it was like the day after I got a $2,500 bill to replace the engine in my wife's car. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll sign that contract.
Was this recently?
This was I think it was like January, I think, of this year.
Okay. Because just a month ago, Anthropic got dinged for I don't know, it was like 500,000 books, and they had to pay $3,000 for each book because they stole it, which just seems like a really bad business decision. Like, you could have probably purchased those books for a lot cheaper.
It's really as a writer, obviously, I prefer to get paid, But if I remove myself from it a degree, I'm like, just in principle, should we expect these companies to pay authors for training AIs on their books? I'm like, I genuinely don't know, because this is I've trained myself on tons of books, right? Like my
Yeah.
natural intelligence is trained on books, and I didn't have to pay a bunch of royalties to the authors. I just bought the books or got them from the library, even. Like, and is that the same thing? Is that different? I don't know. Like, we're in uncharted territory here, and I just like I like getting paid, and I will happily stand on the principle of I should get paid. But beyond that, like I don't know. You know,
No,
I'll have a very different perspective as a teacher, but I guess my point is, Luke, you took inspiration from those other books, but you then didn't use it to produce literal garbage full of garbage information.
I mean, that's up for debate.
I will make no arguments to the contrary. Your first book was good.
Wow. My first book. Okay.
Yeah, you have about a 20%, hit rate.
Wait, you didn't read my second book.
like 5.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah, I am. I will fully admit that. Like
Too
you
busy watching
released
TikToks to read books.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you did release it when I was working 2 jobs, so I had, like 70 hours a week of my life was just completely devoted to work. So it was a little
I
odd.
mean, the thing is, that one came out at the height of COVID too, which meant like nobody was buying or reading books. Like it was. I mean, you'd think people trapped at home would want to read books, but no.
I read the first 3. I read the first 3. Still haven't read the newest one.
No.
I'm a failure.
I've only read the first one.
I've written 4 books. I've only published 2.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Blake has all 4 of them, but he has still not gotten to the latest one.
No, I have not. Complete failure.
So did you read The Girl with the Ghosts Inside Her, Blake?
Yep.
Okay. Because I noticed earlier, Luke, you said you sent out your book to people, and I found out that I was not one of those people when you said that. Did I lose those privileges when I didn't read The Girl with the Ghosts Inside Her?
I didn't send it out to many people. Like I was in a very low place. Like I had lost my agent. I had lost almost all interest in writing. And I was like, I only sent it out because I was like, I put like years of my life into this thing. I should at least see if it's worth anything, So I contacted the 5 people who had given me like the most useful feedback on my writing in the past. So,
yes.
And, I expected I'd hear back from maybe 2 of them, and that's about what I got.
Okay.
I got back.
I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, no, actually, it's technically 3 now. A third finally wrote me back like a couple of weeks ago.
Who was it? I'm gonna give them shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'll recognize the name Larissa Laukemer.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's just an old high school friend of mine. She was on my podcast back in the day when I had a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Which I
Then I would have known her. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if that was when you were producing it or before.
It wasn't when I was producing, okay. But I listened to all the episodes, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're enjoying the dulcet sounds of my voice, by the way, I do have a podcast out in the ether. It ran from
Is it still active? Oh,
no. I think it ran from 2018 to 2021, something like that. We only did 3 seasons of it.
Like so many things in my life, I killed it.
Was that the podcast? I remember listening to...
You haven't mentioned your wife for a while, Blake.
I did not kill my wife. No, that is a thing I did not do. Nor my kids.
Luke, I think I listened to 1 episode of that podcast because Blake was telling me about this. Was this the one with Justin Smith? You had him on?
I had Justin Smith on.
He didn't believe that someone changes their mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what the point of that was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually.
I follow him on Substack. Yeah.
Justin Smith. He's a really interesting guy. I really enjoyed talking to him. I don't read his writing that often. I find him a little obtuse as a writer, but as a thinker, he's really interesting.
He's only become more obtuse.
His Substack has gotten really weird.
He's also invited more people on. So
he's got like a whole staff of writers on his Substack now, right?
Which I couldn't actually figure out if it was him acting as like taking on the personas of different writers, but I think there are actually multiple people.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that he introduced me, not like through something that he was writing, to a mathematician that he had, and maybe it was a podcast that he had too. And I follow. They're like one of 4 people I follow on Substack. So
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about because I think I might have been the one who
you
pointed
were
it
the
out
one.
to you.
Yeah, you pointed that one out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
He's-
mathematics related, I'm like, hey, Jameson, have you heard of this? And he's like, yes,
Yeah.
dummy.
Well,
But yeah, his position on the show that he took on the show was the Leibniz position of all truths are inherently deducible, basically. So you already know everything that's true if you just take the time to deduce it from the facts available to you, which is a little crazy of a position to take, but I kind of like it. I like the idea. I don't know if it's
It kind
true.
of has a little bit of a Christian ring to it too. I mean,
A little bit. Yeah, I don't know what Justin Smith's religious beliefs are.
Apparently he turned Catholic at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he
but
has
I don't know if he still is.
He has kind of that quasi-Thomistic air about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting thinker, interesting guy.
Is this all truths that are like, I guess when I hear that, I start thinking about like incompleteness and how that would like fit into all of it, which is like there are like mathematical truths that you can't actually prove and establish, but they're still truths, so I guess you could maybe know them somehow. Anyway.
I mean,
I didn't say how long
I'm
it would
not
take to
going to claim
deduce
any
it.
expertise
Sorry, yeah.
on the perspective. I don't think that I quite buy it, but I
No.
did find it very interesting. I did find it. I mean, I like how optimistic it is about human nature, and
Mhm.
the world is giving me so many reasons to not be optimistic about human nature. I have to cling to stuff like that sometimes,
Yeah.
But yeah, he was one of my guests that Blake tracked down. I hadn't actually heard of him until I had him on the show, and I kind of speed read one of his books to prepare. And yeah, the book left me a little bit cold. I was like, that was, but actually talking to him in person was just really, really fun. Really gracious guy, really thoughtful guy. But yeah, if you want to look up "Changed My Mind" with Luke T. Harrington, it is. I don't know if it's the best thing I've ever done, but it is a thing I did. And I don't know. I like podcasting, but like what you guys were saying about the wall of noise, just does have me pretty down on everything these days.
So Thad, if you had to force someone to watch one movie, and only one movie.
No, I was gonna get us back to that question the next time there was a lull in the conversation. Because my answer unequivocally is the 2006, 2007 Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Edgar Wright film Hot Fuzz.
Amen.
Last time I was on the podcast, you guys asked me what my favorite film was, and I think I panicked and I said like Speed Racer / Lord of the Rings, and I have been mad at myself ever since because the only correct answer is Hot Fuzz. I will defend that as not only being the greatest film ever made, but the only perfect movie known to man.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong.
There's just like every single millisecond of that film is either setting something up or paying something off. Like every single joke hits. I feel like every time I watch it, I notice new jokes that I didn't see before. And I've seen that movie, 24, or maybe not 24 times, but definitely double-digit times. Like just every edit is on point. So that's my answer. Hot Fuzz.
I don't know if Hot Fuzz is even my favorite Edgar Wright film, let alone my favorite film. But...
What would be better?
Also,
I have a
most
question.
people would say Shaun of the Dead, but
most people would say that, but most people are wrong. No, Shaun of the Dead is good. I just feel like it drags in a few places.
Yeah.
And like same with World's End. World's End, honestly, right up until the epilogue, I think I was even enjoying it more than Hot Fuzz. The epilogue just drags just enough to, bring it down below Hot Fuzz for me. But they're three of the greatest films of all time, like, unquestionably.
Yeah, I think this. I know this isn't going to be a popular choice, but if I had to pick one, I think I'd go with Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one I definitely had the most fun with. I mean, they're all bad. Like, I don't know if he's made a bad movie, but
No, I
Driver.
was having this discussion with a
Baby
friend
Driver
the other
wasn't that
day,
good.
and we agreed Scott
I like
Pilgrim
Baby
is
Driver
probably
more
his
than-
worst film.
yeah.
Like,
Oh.
it's still great. Like, I'm not saying Scott Pilgrim is a bad by any means. Like, I genuinely think he's probably the best director working today.
might be like-
Whoa.
I didn't
Whoa.
love what Last Night in Soho or something like that. Whatever his
Okay.
most
I still haven't
recent
seen
was.
that one.
Yeah,
Admittedly, I have not seen that one yet, but
I just didn't like
Okay,
how it
Luke.
all came together. So
Luke, hit us with yours.
If I had to, is the idea like this is someone who's never seen a movie, and I'm going to make them watch one movie
One movie. They can only watch that one movie the rest of their lives.
for the rest of their life. So would they?
so it's like the
well, they're
the
also not
meme
going to
where
really
it's
watch
like
it again.
it's like guys who has only seen Boss Baby watching his second movie. Like, I'm getting a lot of Boss Baby vibes from this.
The Boss Baby, the first Boss Baby is funny.
I'm not even saying
watched it
anything
with my
about
kids.
Boss Baby.
Should I actually watch Boss Baby? I mean, it's one of those movies that like the
thought it was
concept
fun.
is so stupid that I just cannot.
It's so stupid. And it's so knowing of how stupid it is.
I would say if you watch the Lego movie, you've watched Boss Baby. Like, they're basically the same.
And see, I didn't laugh at Lego, the Lego movie.
Like,
I
in the
actually
sense
laughed
that,
at
and I
Boss
think
Baby.
I'm basing this probably at least in part off something you wrote, Luke, in the sense that, like, they're movies for kids that at the end have to apologize for being kid movies,
yeah,
so adults get along with them. So, I mean, I
fair.
would say, like, they're close enough in terms of tone and style and the humor that it's not worth it to watch both.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, like, it's not a bad movie. It's not like I regret the hour and a half I spent watching it, but you shouldn't feel
I
obligated.
generally try to avoid things that involve Alec Baldwin. So
Oh, it's not Alec Baldwin in the first one.
It's
Kevin
not.
Spacey. It's Kevin
oh,
Spacey in
it's
the
Kevin
first one.
Spacey. Okay, that's who I thought it was.
Which is
but
still problematic, I guess, technically.
did he get
And then
canceled
Alec
in
Baldwin
between
did.
No,
Boss
it's
Baby
not.
1 and 2?
No, it's not. Alec Baldwin is Theodore Lindsay Ted Templeton Jr.
Is he?
This
I
is
sworn.
this is a fascinating
This is Kevin
argument.
Spacey.
I
Is this
feel
one
like
of the Mandela effect things?
Probably.
you got Mandela by the Boss Baby. That's
I see,
No.
I see why. I see why.
Yeah,
you guys
Alec
have your own
Baldwin's in both of
podcast,
them.
So you clearly know your stuff.
Luke, damn it, answer the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question because it's like it has to be a movie that's fairly easy to understand, right? It can't like be one that requires a deep knowledge of what cinema is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're like if you just ask me like what's the great movie that everybody should see, I mean, I'm probably going to say something like Rashomon or something, right? But like,
Yeah.
But that would be a shitty choice for this, right?
yeah, that would be
Like,
really
maybe,
confusing if you've never seen a movie before.
Very
Right,
confusing.
so it would have to be really good, but also like really accessible, right?
I feel like I will say that the camps are usually like when people choose their favorite movie, it's usually a comedy. So other people that I've asked this question to, they'll like choose a comedy if it's their favorite movie, but if it's like if their favorite movie is some like I don't know weird drama or maybe sci-fi even, they'll like gravitate towards some other type of thing. So
Yeah, and I'm trying
Mine
to
can
think.
be both weird drama and sci-fi. So just wait for it.
I feel like you guys are putting a lot more thought into this than I did. Now I feel
Well,
stupid,
you
but
just
that
picked
might
your-
actually be the right decision though, Thadd.
Yeah.
Because you really
Well,
don't know
I
all
don't-
the time.
I didn't understand the assignment, I think, where it was the only movie they would ever have seen. I think I was just like, every movie on Earth is going to get destroyed except for this one, and you can watch it forever. So,
I mean, same concept.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I
just like
think
100 years later, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
probably the obvious choice is Star Wars, right? Episode 4, right? Like that's a movie that everybody can watch and love, and almost everybody has watched and loved, right?
I mean, I've
Um,
watched it and I fell asleep during it. Does that count?
Well, some friends of mine in college watched it for the first time as college students and thought it was garbage. So
It might
Fine.
also matter if this person is a child or an adult too. So yeah.
I
no,
mean,
but
when
it's a good choice. I
I
respect
feel
it.
like when it came out when it came out in 1977, everybody was going to see it multiple
was
times,
huge.
you know,
Yeah.
and maybe it doesn't hold up as well. Like the special effects are kind of cheesy now, and George Lucas has re-edited it to hell, but re-edited it to hell. But the original theatrical cut of Star Wars was pretty good.
Oh yeah. No,
I
I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good choice for this. And
Yeah.
I finally did see it like full
Yeah.
all the way through without falling asleep. And I, for what it was, I thought it was a good
I mean,
movie.
to me, the answer would have to be something fairly broad like that, like Star
Mhm.
Wars or The Wizard of Oz or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wizard of
But
Oz
Jameson.
is a good choice too.
It is. Yeah,
I
Wizard
mean,
of Oz is
if it's
actually
really
really
just a question about what's your favorite movie or what's the best movie ever made, then obviously the answer is Walt Disney's Treasure Planet from 2003. So, but,
It's also a good choice.
and I don't know, that one might actually work pretty well as well. Like, it doesn't really require a whole lot of knowledge of
But it would
cinema
have to
or
have required
anything.
you
Yeah.
to know some semblance of the story of Treasure Island.
But it's only all movies being destroyed, not all books. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
once
I mean-
once TikTok goes dark, books are coming back, baby.
I feel like you don't necessarily have to know the story of Treasure Island going in. You know, you might
Yeah.
enjoy it on another level if you do, but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jameson, what is yours? I gotta move
Yeah.
this along. We actually have
So,
to talk about the movie.
We
at
do
some
have to
point.
get to the movie, yeah. So I've actually been waffling on this question, but since I did pose it, I feel kind of a responsibility to answer. I think Star Wars is a good choice. I'll go a little bit different. I think It's a Wonderful Life is also good because I think it has that broad appeal, and maybe it does fit into kind of that like drama situation. Might be a little too complicated, but I mean, we show it to kids, and yeah, they sometimes don't like it, and then like it later in life, like my experience.
I tried to show it to my daughter, and she noped out like
Yeah.
half an hour, 45 minutes
Yeah.
in. Like, but she was maybe 7 or 8 then. So
Yeah.
And kids also have so many different options. Again, if it's the only thing they can watch,
yeah.
then they might be a little bit
Yeah.
more
Well, and that
interested.
really is a movie that gets better every time you watch
Yeah,
it.
it does.
Like, there's
Yeah,
a
it
lot
does.
of depth
100%.
there to mine. So
So
yeah.
yeah. So
I thought you hated Jimmy Stewart,
Say what?
Luke.
What?
I thought you hated Jimmy Stewart.
I don't have anything against
Who-
Jimmy Stewart.
Okay. I could have sworn maybe it was oh no, it was never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
There was
I
the
have qualms with
guy
this
in
person.
Casablanca. I can't remember his name, but
Oh,
I
Humphrey
remember his
Oh
Bogart.
name.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's-
don't know. I've always kind of wanted to be someone who likes Humphrey Bogart because he's just really cool, but I've just never enjoyed any of his movies. So
Have you
I'd
watched
rather-
the Treasures of Sierra Madre?
I haven't
It is
seen that
good.
one. No.
It is good.
That's the only one that I actually liked him in.
Okay.
And I think that's his best one. And
Yeah.
Blake told me to watch that after I was complaining about Humphrey Bogart.
Because it's the
and
only one
I
I've
enjoyed it.
watched that I liked with him in it.
And that's the
I'm
one
more of
with
a
the
Robert
line
Mitchum
about
guy.
we don't need no stinking badges, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Probably worth watching for that alone.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'll get the thousands of jokes that reference that finally.
So I'm the only one
Absolutely.
here who actually likes Casablanca, is what I'm hearing. All right.
I mean, it's
It
fair
was
enough.
it was okay, but I found him like distracting. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like it feels like he's putting on this noir character rather
Mhm.
than
I
like
will say,
uh,
I've only watched it once in college, and that was in a film class that I took. with a professor I really liked talking about all the good things in the movie as we went through. So like that definitely colored my perception of it. If I watch it again, it's possible I won't like it at all.
Yeah, I
but
mean, if I could watch it with someone who understands what's great about it and could explain it to me, that's maybe that make me feel differently about it. But I've watched it like 2 or 3 times, and I've just been bored every time. Like I just don't understand why it's considered this great movie.
I don't understand how you could intentionally go for a Humphrey Bogart movie when Robert Mitchum is alive. like he was. Robert Mitchum is way better.
Yeah.
Across the board. I mean, just
there's a long list of golden age Hollywood stars I would take over Bogey personally.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I'm gonna go a little highbrow on this, but I think he's the only like highbrow, quote unquote highbrow director that would fit into this category because he doesn't really necessarily like call attention to historical cinema or anything like that. Like you can watch his films as just stories, and that is Take Shelter by Jeff Nichols, which is it's a weird drama, a little bit sci-fi, but maybe not, depending on how you read the film. But it's kind of a litmus test. That's what I like about it, and that's why I picked it. Is it's a litmus test for the person watching it as to what they actually take away from it. And so I'm like, it's more of like an experiment. I'm going like mad scientist on this. Like, what is this person who's only going to watch one movie take away from this film? I mean, I think they're going to enjoy it regardless, but what is like the takeaway? And that's the concept that intrigues me about it. I think Jeff Nichols is the best drama director out there, but he doesn't get near the press that a lot of others do. So
I do love Take Shelter, so I'm not going to say anything bad against that.
Yeah. But it really is like one of the few highbrow movies. I think he's really like any of his movies you could watch and not need to have a past understanding of cinema or they're just stories. And he's notoriously grounding them in a place and a time and like, especially if you live in like, the Midwest or the South, then you generally speaking understand his movies. So, but
well, this is the moment where I admit that I have never heard of this movie, so I
do it, Michael Shannon.
I think that means I have to turn in my film degree or something. I don't know.
No, you don't have to.
All right.
Did you guys do an episode on it?
Film degree?
Like listening to you talk about it.
I have a BA in film studies from the hallowed halls of the University of Nebraska. So.
Oh.
What did you say?
That and
what did you say,
Thad?
Thad?
A cup of coffee.
You talking about this movie Take Shelter seemed familiar. So did you guys do an episode on it? Because for some reason I recognize.
No. We've wanted to do Jeff Nichols at some point, but he just. I feel like he's starting to get out of the zeitgeist, so maybe we'll cover him at some point. Like he's like his last film, like just completely went to theaters under the radar, and no one really paid attention to it. And I think it's one of his best. But
that's the one with Hot Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Austin Butler. Yep.
Austin Butler. Yeah.
Okay.
And Tom Hardy.
Interesting.
Yep. Good stuff.
Blake, I do want to ask you, it says you're reconnecting. Are you okay? Are you still there?
Fine. I'm
okay.
so good. Can y'all hear me though?
I hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Jameson freezes every once in a while, but everybody else seems to be good.
It's probably gonna be one of those things like last time. I'll probably have to like re-upload my thing and whatever.
Okay.
So
yeah, Riverside is very forgiving, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So let's do a hard switch because we are like an hour in and we did mention a little bit about the movie. We mentioned that there were 3 other Dungeons and Dragons movies. So this is the 4th of the D&DU Dungeons and Dragons cinematic universe.
D&DCU.
The D&D non-interconnected universe.
Yeah,
D&D and IU.
Well, as we know with the Marvel movies, they'll find a way to connect them no matter what. So
in the sequel that they're not going to make because this movie did not do well in the box office.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild because it's so loved.
You
by
didn't go
so many
see
critics.
it, Blake, so
I
I mean,
didn't go see it, but that's because I had kids.
I think it might have just come out at the wrong time of year, and there wasn't a lot of publicity for it.
Yeah. It's weird because when Blake told me that like, oh yeah, they want to cover this movie and it didn't do very well, I thought that I was misremembering things because I thought it was a big box office hit. And maybe I just am in a weird bubble where people were like saying positive things about it. And then I went to Wikipedia to verify, oh yeah, it didn't do very well. Like it did fine, but like I think it did better than people expected, but like it didn't make money.
I think it did open at number 1 its first weekend, if I remember, and then it just kind of dropped like a rock from there.
Well,
and also like it was released in like March, and I don't think there were any other big releases around. So opening at number 1, means it maybe made 20 million. I don't know.
Well, and there was this weird moment in like the 2000s when Hasbro, together with Michael Bay, were responsible for like half the major box office hits. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden that went away and all these Hasbro-owned properties just don't make successful movies anymore. I don't know what happened there. The zeitgeist changed, I guess.
Yeah, this one definitely feels like of a different generation than the Michael Bay Hasbro movies. So I think there were cuts that were longer than 3 seconds in this movie. So
right, a little bit less shaky cam.
That
didn't have explosions. Yeah,
not every lady had giant cleavage. So I'm sure there were
like
some.
Anytime Luke and Thadd agree on a movie, then I have to watch it at some point because that's like crossing streams. It's like, oh, you both like it. Well, that's interesting. So I started watching it like on Netflix like earlier this year, I think it was. And I didn't realize who had directed it. And I was just watching. I was like, this is pretty fun so far. I generally like Chris Pine. He picks good movies for the most part. And so Michelle Rodriguez, I'm a Fast and Furious fan, generally speaking. I was like, okay, I can get with this. The funny like Bradley Cooper cameo and stuff like that. And then I looked it up. I was like, who directed this? Because I'm curious now. And it was the same people who did Game Night, which came out like 3 or 4 years earlier. And that was like a cinematic darling that year for all critics and people in the know. I remember that was like coming up on like end of year lists constantly.
Yeah, I remember hearing good things about Game Night. I never saw it. I did go see Horrible Bosses, which was what Jonathan Goldstein did right before Game Night, I think. And
that's hilarious.
I thought that movie was a lot more fun than it had any right to be.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I think Game Night's kind of a nice transition movie, especially when you consider this one, because it's almost like, okay, I'm going to get away from the raunchy comedy, and I'm going to do something that's slightly more like, adult, like as far as like, not going for like the lowest common denominator humor wise.
Yeah.
But there's like the best part of Game Night is Jesse Plemons playing the cop next door. That is, it was a good movie. I don't think it was necessarily like deserved to be in the top 10 of the year, but I thought it was really well done. And then so when I started watching this and I realized it was them, I was like, oh, like, so this actually has some pedigree behind it. Like, these guys are not, new or, they're no slouches. So I came away from it. I was like, this is fun. Like, I don't know why this doesn't get picked up for a sequel. This is like pure, like, enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I would want to go to the theater to watch. Like,
I will say this. I am not a tabletop gamer. I find the existence of geek culture interesting from a scientific perspective. I have never been embedded in geek culture. I don't know I don't have an inside knowledge of it, but one thing I have heard a lot of people say about this movie is that it really has the feel of just sitting down and playing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with your friends in a way that no other attempt to make a D&D movie has successfully captured.
Yeah,
And I think what it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jameson.
I was just gonna say, I'm not like super versed. I've played a couple of like pen and paper RPG things in my life, but it's not something I embed myself in. But like the one thing that did stick out to me, and I messaged Blake, was the story feels improvisational at times, which rings true with when you're doing that. And it almost feels like if you didn't have that like knowledge ahead of time of how D&D feels, you might think it's like kind of poor writing, but it actually becomes endearing if you know a little bit. So
well, and they probably made the right choice in making it like a heist movie, right? So it has that kind of flying by the seat of your pants feel, you know, and has these roguish characters who are just, you know, cracking jokes, not in an annoying Marvel movie sort of way, but just in a like, we're actually friends having fun with this sort of way.
Yeah. No, and it does a really good job of like feeling that without like, I think, alienating like people who are not gamers, in my opinion, but also like, you know, I think I mentioned, you know, to you guys when Luke and Blake, when I met, like I had just seen it and I was recommending you guys go see it. You know, I went with my D&D group, like we play every Thursday, but we also had, you know, my brother-in-law who has never played D&D in his life and thinks it's stupid, you know, and like one or two other people, I think. And I've also shown it to my wife, who also, like, when I play D&D, she has to, like, leave the room because she thinks it's so cringe. And they've all liked it. Like, so it feels that way, but, like, not in a way where it's like, oh, if you're not super into D&D, it's very alienating. Like, if you are into D&D, you know, there's, like, little kind of jokey jokes here and there that you kind of pick up on that maybe you don't notice if you're not into D&D, but, like, it just keeps going along. Like, it's very inclusive, very welcoming in its
You know
presentation.
what actually causes people to like the movie? I call it the Hugh Grant effect. You throw that man into a movie, people are generally going to like it.
It's true. Like, honestly, yeah. I mean, every known actor in this is not someone I would say is, like, necessarily a great actor, but they're all people I just enjoy seeing in movies, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Justice Smith, man, he always finds his way into, like, the quirkiest, most fun, like, the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah,
like, that was another one that, like, by all rights, it
Actually,
should have
yes,
been terrible, but it was just a really fun kind of film noir with Pokemon in it. Like,
yeah, it was a blast.
yeah.
He was also in that, I didn't like it, the TV Glow movie. I saw the TV Glow. That was the other one. But he does an okay job in that, but it's billed as a horror movie and it doesn't really ever get there. So
Oh. So
Yeah,
not the Wrestling Glow Netflix show? That's
No.
what I thought you were talking about.
no, not.
I was like, I don't remember seeing him in that, but I'll take your word for it.
No, so the movie's name is I Saw the TV Glow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which sounds
Not I saw the
confusing.
TV show
Yeah.
Glow.
I saw the TV show Glow. Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna say, I think having kind of known actors is kind of a disarming effect for people who aren't D&D gamers to come into, like, oh yeah, Chris Pine, I like him, or Hugh Grant,
Yeah.
and I was I laughed at Bradley Cooper's part too. That was kind of a surprise. So, and just having them like not take themselves seriously.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the previous Dungeons and Dragons movies. You have, right, Thadd? Or
Yeah, I've seen two of them for
Yeah, I mean,
sure. I don't think I ever watched the third.
I got the impression that they were all very like self-serious kind of affairs, like, oh, kill the dragon or whatever, you know.
They kind of hit that perfect sweet spot where like if you're like D&D, you hate that they don't follow D&D at all, and if you don't like D&D, you hate that it keeps reminding you it's trying to be a D&D movie. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not for the fans, it's not for
But-
the anti-fans, it's for the one.
Totally, it's like trying very hard to be like serious, like
Yeah.
right? And it's like nobody actually plays D&D that way, right?
No.
Like they get together with their friends, they have a few beers and some chips, and they joke the whole time, even if it's a fairly serious story. Like, and I mean, that's really what this movie finally got right in terms of making a D&D movie.
And the one character, I just watched this film yesterday, and I can't remember his name, but the like elven guy who leads them through the Underdark, like that is a perfect representation of when the DM takes control of a character and is trying to be very serious, and they're just making like dick jokes and whatever in his face. Like,
I can hear you. I can hear everything.
Yes.
Oh, there he goes, walking in a very incredibly straight line. Oh, he's hitting a rock. Is he going to go around it? Nope.
Can you help us? You are much better at battle and strategy and everything but talking. Talking to you is not great. So good.
Yeah. Man. There's some great lines in this movie, and the fact that they make Chris Pine into a complete idiot, like that plays music, is one of the funniest parts of the whole gimmick of him talking to the dead people, asking them 5 questions.
That was pretty good.
It was brilliant. Like that was great.
That was possibly one of the all-time great comic sequences in cinema. You know?
I thought amazing. Yeah,
that was just,
and then leaving the one guy.
Just
he's like,
perfect.
Guys, that's 4 questions.
What's your favorite book? Oh, hard to pick just one. Goes on for 5 minutes. Oh man.
So, what, Jameson? What was the part you hated about it?
Did I
what
hate
part
a
did
part?
you fall asleep? No, I'm just asking you because you usually fall asleep during the parts you don't like. So
I think I was awake during this whole film.
Stunning admission.
I fall asleep in parts I like and parts I don't like, Blake. Thank you very much. I'm indiscriminate.
Every movie that he falls asleep in, we call it the Jameson cut.
Yeah.
Because he saw a
Do you
completely
go
different
back
movie
and
than
finish it at some point, or?
Sometimes.
Okay.
You should get a sleep test. Talk to your doctor about being tested for sleep apnea.
I will. I think it's mostly that I don't get enough sleep, and so when I sit down, I'm like, just fall asleep during movies. But yeah,
I mean,
don't
this is
snore or anything. So
this is far off topic, but when I was in my 30s, I started to just randomly drift off to sleep in the middle of the day, and I for a long time I was like, I guess I'm just getting old or whatever, but it turned out I had sleep apnea, and I was just sleeping so badly at night that I would pass out.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I went ahead and lost a ton of weight, and I think that's mostly cleared up. So,
So maybe you should lose a ton of weight, Jameson.
It never hurts.
I will.
I just want to notate that of the 4 of us, I'm the only one that would quote unquote be overweight.
See, that was the joke, because for people who have never met Jameson, he is a very, very skinny man.
Yeah,
he does have a lot of weight in his beard, though. I feel like that probably weighs a good 5 pounds.
So I've been getting comments at work, which I work remotely, and this is over Zoom, about how big my beard is. So I know it's kind of a problem at this point. But my wife talked to me like 2 months ago and was like, "Hey, so I really like your bushy beard. So could you grow that back?" And I was like, "Sure." It's like easy mode that way because I just have to like shave like little bits around it. But yeah. Anyway, that's a boring story for why it's so
what does she like about your bushy beard?
I don't know. I think it's disgusting because it gets like I have to like constantly have a napkin, and wipe my mustache whenever I drink anything, even just like the tiniest bit of water. So
Yeah, I could
yeah,
see that thing getting in the way. Yeah. I
yeah.
gotta ask, what is it like to have a wife who likes things about you?
It's okay.
Sounds
It's all
nice.
right.
Trust me,
Yeah.
trust me, Jameson. We're all speaking from experience here.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Thad mentioned that his wife has to leave when he plays D&D. So,
She does like
But-
my semi-visible abs that we talked about earlier.
hey.
I was gonna say, so far she's come back every time she's left, so that's a
Sure.
good sign.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think Blake's wife probably likes that he hasn't killed her yet. So, call back to that moment.
I mean, she leaves the room anytime I watch anything, really, because she knows she's not gonna like it.
This is true. The times that I visited Blake, she has not wanted to watch things. Although she did watch Scanners 2 with us. Did she watch that? Yeah.
She did.
Which is
yeah.
terrible and really a bad choice on our part.
Yeah. But
Like
also
most
that kind
films
of
you guys cover, which are just fantastic.
what?
It's
Which
a
one?
mix. It's a mix.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just change our choice to Scanners 2 for the movie that the one person who watches only one movie in their life.
Oh God. Do you really want them to commit suicide?
Sounds like it, yes.
What
I mean, it
what
takes
kind of Philistine?
everything.
What kind of Philistine is only going to watch one movie in their life? Like, does that person deserve to live?
Yeah.
I mean, surely there's someone out there who's only watched one movie.
It
I
might be
mean-
the woman I'm married to. I'm not sure.
Does she just not watch movies?
She does not like movies. Getting way off topic again, but when the kids went off to summer camp, I tried all week. This is back in July. I tried all week to get her to do something with me. Like, let's just go somewhere and do something. And she's like, no, I'd rather just lie in bed and read a book. And I finally got her to admit that she actually kind of wanted to see the Superman movie. And I was so excited. Like, I don't even care. I don't even like superhero movies. I don't like Superman is probably my least favorite superhero, but I was just so excited that she wanted to do something. And we went, it was pretty good actually. But I don't know.
Okay.
Anyone else
makes
see
us
that
want
one?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It was
That kind of
good.
makes us want to get you back on with Aaron, our
I was going to say,
Our
their
guest last
last
time.
podcast guest was shit talking it,
Yeah.
which, I mean, no, we're not getting into that, but
Don't get me wrong, like it didn't change my life or anything, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
it was a fun time.
I mean, the worst thing I can say about it is like the same worst thing I can say about any superhero movie was that the climax goes on like 20 minutes too long, and I get tired of seeing buildings topple over. But
Yep, that's fair.
other than
Yeah.
that, it was a fun movie.
Well, so
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw the trailers for it, I was like, oh, this might actually be somewhat, different in some ways, and I'm glad to hear that it really wasn't. So,
Speaking of, sorry, go ahead, Luke. I was going to change topics slightly, so if you have more Superman thoughts, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, I'm not in the target audience, obviously, but I didn't enjoy any of the James Gunn movies I was supposed to enjoy. Like, I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was trash, but I liked it. I liked Superman. I thought it was funny and fun. So
beautiful.
that's all.
Speaking of having spouses who don't like watching what you like, so in October, since it's spooky season, my wife will actually watch horror movies with me.
Oh, wow.
And right? Yeah, I know.
My wife won't even do that.
I need to be putting together a list, and since you guys are all like horror fans, I assume Jameson is a horror fan. I know
yeah.
Blake and Luke are
Yeah.
big horror fans. I need help because I'm running out of ideas. So far, we haven't watched It Comes at Night yet, so I'm like, I have to watch that.
Do you,
I need other
do you want,
suggestions,
Do you want
boys.
her to be depressed?
I don't know anything about it. It's been on my list for a while, and I've managed to
It's
avoid
good.
spoilers
It's
so
like
far.
one of the last A24 horror films I really liked.
If it's A24 and you like it, it must be really good.
Dad, does she?
I mean,
Does she have a limit? Like, do you need it to be like a certain level of bloody? I don't know. Like, is she like against horror movies generally?
So she normally does not like horror films because she has a very vivid imagination, and like she'll tell me like these dreams that she has, and I'm like, you got to start like writing these down. We got to like make movies off of these because they are like vivid and like fantastic. But like yeah, so like October is the only time she'll watch them with me. If she has a limit on what she's willing to go through, just during October, we haven't found it yet. We've watched Evil Dead. We've watched
the original or
Scream.
the remake?
The original. Actually, both. Come to think of it,
Because I was wondering, because the Evil Dead remake is a lot bloodier than the original. So
you think a lot bloodier than the original?
yeah, I would say so. The gushing chainsaw through the main villain at the very end is
it's very bloody. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
Although we haven't seen the newest one that came out just like within the last 5 years.
It's fine.
Okay.
The one in the apartment complex.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I've shown her. I think we did Nightmare on Elm Street, the original.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So we haven't done anything too crazy yet, but
Have you
Sleepaway
guys?
Camp?
Oh,
no, because I don't
Sleepaway.
really like that one. Like that's one where if you know the twist, I feel like it's kind of meh.
Yeah, it loses.
The
some of
twist is really good.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, the twist is great.
It is.
Yeah.
It is really
Okay, well,
good.
I haven't
but...
seen it, so don't say the twist.
Yeah.
You'll see it
Don't
someday.
worry.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, have you seen Anna and the Apocalypse?
No.
It is a
Luke
zombie.
has tried to get me to watch this movie, and I
it's
still
a
have yet to watch it.
zombie Christmas musical.
Oof.
It's amazing.
That might be a hard sell because it's zombies and musicals, and she doesn't like either. But
Who doesn't like musicals?
I
Who's
mean,
the
I don't think your
Philistine?
wife likes musicals, does she?
Everybody loves musicals. Everybody
no,
loves
it's not true.
musicals. If you don't like musicals,
I think you might be the only one here that likes musicals.
no,
I
no.
love musicals.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't seen.
I was in theater in college, guys. Like
Yeah,
I
Thad might actually be more of a drama kid than I am. I don't know.
I was actually really interested in Sinners as a movie until I heard it was a musical, and I was like, eh.
It's not a musical. It just has that energy to it.
Yeah, and if it has that energy to it.
Okay, well now
eh.
I am interested in Sinners because I wasn't before.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, and I probably won't for a while.
That back on the list that we're making for your wife.
Yes.
It Follows. Have you seen that?
I have.
Okay.
Don't you dare say anything bad about that movie.
Okay, I won't.
Say whatever you want.
It was fine.
I was
Okay.
going
You
to
son
say,
of
if you're looking for something recent, I thought both of the Smile movies were really good.
Oh, we've done the first Smile.
I like
Okay.
the first Smile. Smile 2, I was not a fan of.
I mean,
But-
it tries something a little different. It's almost a musical, actually. It's kind of like the same thing again, except what if the main character was a pop star, which really sounds like it shouldn't work, but it kind of worked for me.
Yeah. I liked it. That's also those ones were hard for me because that's like my number one deep-seated fear is that there'll just be a person creepily staring
someone
at
will
me.
smile at you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like, you know what I mean, in the way where they're not responding to anything else around them. Like, I just turn my head and there's a person there just like...
Okay, I want to test her ability to withstand a movie. Have you seen Barbarian yet?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
I have not, no.
Put that on the list, because I
Okay.
want to see if she can make it through without
Okay.
having some issues.
Okay.
Well, and then,
It's not horrible. It's just there are certain elements in the movie that are just like so.
and then there's also just the standard flyby films, gold horror movies, which are Pontypool,
Yep.
and The Wailing. So
Yep.
Oh yeah, Wailing we've seen.
okay.
Because her sister is actually a big horror fan, and she made us watch The Wailing.
Oh,
That
it's
was
so
good.
good.
Pontypool, like I walked in when my friends were watching it, and I saw the last like 5 minutes, and I was like, if that's how it ends, I can't imagine this being a movie worth my time. But
Oh,
enough
no.
people
It's
I know
totally
have
worth your
said
time.
enough good things about it that
Yeah.
It's nice because it's like scrappy in the sense of it's not trying to build the the biggest world ever. It's low budget enough where it kind of takes place in one room, and
Okay.
it has like a War of the Worlds feel to it,
Mhm.
where it's
like the Amazon Prime War of the Worlds one that just came out.
Oh god, I've heard
No.
stories about that one. Yeah,
Uh,
this is like it's especially funny because if anyone who's read the book, which I don't think most of the people I know have read the book, Pontypool Changes Everything is the name of it. But the book is just wild. Like I can't. There's no way to film that book, but the guy who wrote the screenplay for this one, and he basically said, "We're going to take this one character from my book, and we're going to basically put him in this radio station, and he's going to have to deal with the zombie apocalypse on a radio show." So everything you hear is like on the air, stuff like that.
Okay.
And they eventually, like, some characters do come in to the studio eventually, but it's largely just him and his crew, the producer and the tech lady. And that's pretty much the three of them for most of the movie.
Oh.
And it's originally the idea for the film was to do basically the sound waves for the whole movie and make it just an audio drama, and you just watch the sound waves on the screen. But of course they were like, yeah, that's not going to sell. So
Yeah.
although there is an Apple TV show that did that later
Calls.
on.
Yeah,
Calls.
which is great. Yeah.
Which is actually
It's
pretty
great.
good. So
Yeah.
There's also the Derek Jarman film Blue, which is just one shade of blue for the entire movie,
I
and
hadn't
it's
heard
brilliant.
about that one. Okay.
It would be right up your alley. I feel like, Blake. It's very highbrow for the sake of being highbrow. So
Okay.
you would either really like it or you would really, really hate it. I guess I should say.
Well, I
you
mean,
tend to
even
swing
if
to extremes on highbrow stuff.
it's not A24, is it?
No.
And what's so
Derek
funny is
Jarman
that I get shit for disliking A24 so much, but it's not actually the rest of their movies. It's just their horror films.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh hey, what if this one thing we made text that's supposed to be subtext? That'd be awesome. I'm like, great. Oh, you're talking about grief again.
grief is the true monster.
Yeah. And it's a
was
thing that
trauma
started with
all
Baba
along.
Duck.
Yeah, like the
Babadook
Futurama
started it.
joke where it's like, I combined all the evilest parts of all the evilest animals to make the most evil animal of all. It turns out it's man.
So, any final
Good
thoughts on
times.
Dragons?
Yeah,
What were we
back to
talking about?
Dungeons
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Honestly, we talked about it about as much as you guys talked about that Canadian movie on your last episode. I think there was maybe 15 total minutes about the film.
I thought that the movie could have used a few more dungeons and maybe one less dragon, personally.
Ooh, because there
How
was
many
only one
dragon?
dragon in it.
There was only
And
one
he was,
dragon.
and that dragon
Only
was
one
fabulous,
actual dragon. Like, there's a stone dragon at the end, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, cut the
Yeah.
stone dragon, leave the real one in.
Oh, okay.
It
I
did
think-
kind of feel like the dragon had eaten another dragon in the movie, but you know. So.
I think that dragon needed Noom or Weight Watchers or something. I don't know. Some kind of weight loss program.
Yeah.
He's kind of fat.
But that is the entirety of the joke in the movie.
Language now? Am I going to get canceled for saying fat?
Probably.
Okay, sweet.
No,
Well, good to
didn't you
know.
hear about the vibe shift, Blake?
The vibe
The
shift.
vibe shift is here. You can finally criticize Lizzo again. It's okay.
Well, isn't she on weight loss meds already?
I have no idea.
She-
I have no idea.
I feel like everybody as soon as Ozempic came about, like it was like, oh, we can say fat again because we have a way to pay money to get rid of this. So
we don't all we can stop pretending that fat is just the way our bodies are, and acknowledge that it's a question of how much food is going into them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Down
the
the
whole
goal.
point of like whatever. We don't have to get into this. The whole point, though, of Ozempic is it helps people who have hormonal imbalances balance those out better, so they have a better sense of when their body is full and when they're hungry. And
But that was not enough for pharmacies or
That-
pharmaceutical
yeah.
companies. They
Yeah.
were like, no, we need to
Sure.
widen this.
I mean, I'm not saying every time it gets prescribed, it's a good thing, but it
Yeah.
just whatever.
Are you
It doesn't-
telling me? Are you telling me that the pharmaceuticals industry is only out to make money? Like,
Yes, I
Is
am.
that what you're
I'm telling you
telling me?
that. Yeah, and you should tell your wife that too.
Just in case she's unaware.
Is your wife a pharmacist?
no, my wife is she's licensed as a nurse, but she works for Epic Systems, which is like a medical informatics company.
Speaking
If
of
you-
Dungeons and Dragons, they've got a big castle, right?
Yes,
I was
they
learning
have.
about this,
They
yeah.
have many they have an enormous campus, and it's like, it's like a giant mini golf course. Basically, like every building is themed to some ridiculous thing, and they're all just like overflowing with kitsch and art and still like. They have one of their buildings is just fairy tale themed, and like the main stairwell is it winds around through this Rapunzel tower that is like the whole 3 stories of the building. It's so cool. But yeah, if you're on a medical system that uses MyChart, you're using Epic software. And I think they account for something like 60% of all healthcare systems in the US use Epic, so they have more money than God, and they just pump it into this incredible like Willy Wonka style campus.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it's
And they also own the games too.
yeah. No, apparently they get a lot of hate mail and fan mail that's intended for Epic Games. And my wife was telling me sometimes, when they have the as employee, like the staff meetings, they have like a monthly staff-wide meeting, and they read some of the sent hate mail
That's
for Epic
amazing.
Games sometimes. Yeah.
Have they thought about doing a Fortnite collaboration? I feel like
they're the
that's
only ones who haven't done a Fortnite collaboration at this point. So
That and this podcast.
Yeah, I've got some friends who work at hospitals and shit like that.
Mhm.
So I'm familiar with Epic. Yeah.
Did they
Okay,
love
so-
to complain about Epic software?
I think it's a mixture. Like, I feel like they complain, but then they also love their Epic certifications and things like that. So they also
Yeah.
wear these things as badges. Yeah. So
Well, it's always like nurses and doctors will complain, but it's like what you have now from Epic is a million times better than whatever system you were using before,
Yep.
right? Where you had to come through thousands of paper files or whatever. Like,
I've generally speaking not had any issues with my chart, so
yeah, my chart's fine. It's not the most intuitive system in the world, but it's
for as little as people actually use it,
Yeah.
like it's not bad at
Yeah.
all. So
Yeah.
so to wrap this up and to do a cold close, we're gonna go around the room, and we're going to say the most annoying thing in the world right now for each of us, and then we're just gonna that's gonna be the end of it. We're not even gonna say bye. We're just gonna close. Okay, silence. Okay, all right, everyone on board?
I
yeah.
don't
You
know
want
if
to
I
take a
know
few
what
seconds for a
most-
most annoying thing in the world right now? Huh? Yeah.
I'll volunteer to go first. I'm gonna keep
You'll
this.
volunteer as tribute.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right, go
keep
for it.
this vague because I don't want to get fired. But work frustrations. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Students using AI to cheat on their homework.
Mm.
You could say your kids, Luke. It's a safe space.
They're not
I
gonna
mean,
Kidding, your daughters are great.
I mean, the honest answer is like such a downer that I just don't want to say it and ruin the podcast.
No, do it. Do it.
Online reactions to the Charlie Kirk shooting.
Oh yeah.
I'll just leave it there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I'm
mine
actually
is
surprised it didn't come up. So
Yeah.
that's the
honestly.
perfect amount that we need. Yeah.
I think online reactions to anything was going to be mine
Wow.
in general. So
Yeah.
yeah. Online period right now is
The
just
internet.
the
I think
worst. So,
it's the point of that being just annoying, though. Like, that's actually causing problems in a lot of
Exactly.
ways.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I mean, my second choice was mosquitoes.
Second choice.
Like it's just been a terrible summer for mosquitoes
seasonal.
here in Wisconsin. So
That's wild. I never would have thought of Wisconsin as a hot
it's just
mosquito
been such
hotspot.
a wet
Really?
summer. Like it's just been pouring rain and like 90 degrees all summer, and the mosquitoes have just like flourished.
Wow.
So,
Y'all must be getting more rain than we have because it's. I mean, we've gotten more rain than we have the last couple of years, but it still isn't enough. So
You live in a desert.
almost like you live in like the Dust Bowl or something.
yeah, kind of. I mean, undisclosed. We have not talked about where I live on this podcast before. So
I'm almost
keep
positive
it
you
secret.
have.
No, literally every opening of the show,
We mentioned
except
it
for
every
like the ones.
opening.
Yes. All right. Well, this was fun. Bye.
Bye.